Hello, good evening. This is Rich. Hello. I'm trying a new way to do the video today because Chloe was telling me that moving it made her a little dizzy. So I've got an awesome video because it's not well. If you're having problems with your xenon lights, I'm going to run through it really quickly, and then I'm going to put the whole thing back together. So it's taken apart now. So this is going to be kind of the put it back together step. So let's see. I got one bag full of electronics. It's here. Okay, good. So here is where we are. We'll switch glasses. Okay. So possible problems with your headlights. Fuses we should check. So this is from the fuse box. So we have a headlamp fuse, number 52. And then over here we have, well, there's something called a light module, and that's 9 and 32, and those are both fuses, so we should check those two. So those are the only ones, that I guess you could check the front fog light 38 if you wanted to, just to kind of check all the lights. But oh, and then did I say headlamp 52? Yeah. So anyway, we'll check those fuses first. So that's step one. Okay, the next step is the let's see. Well, the next step would be to interchange parts back and forth and see if you can find the one that like if you have one headlight that's working and one that's not working, you would exchange one part at a time. For instance, I'm going to show you where the light bulb is in a minute, so that's one piece. And then the igniter, that's another piece, and I'm going to show you how that goes back in just a second. And then over here we've got the ballast. This big thing is the ballast, and again, what you do is one piece at a time. You exchange it with the other side and see if you can get the other side to work, and then you know what piece is broken. So this is the ballast, and then this is another thing that I don't know what the name of it is. But because it's not broken, because it didn't make any difference. One light in my car always stays on, and one light is always off, regardless of when I switch back and forth. So I had a problem. I had a different problem. So it could be, again, bulb, well, fuse, igniter, 2. Ooh, and watch touching the igniter. Ah, Jesus. Gotta be careful. Excuse me. Gotta be careful with that. These metal rings and the metal inside, this thing has 30,000 volts in it. So if you were to stick your finger kind of right in there, you might get 30,000 volts. I'm not really sure, but I wouldn't want to try it. So it could be that, or it could be the ballast, or it could be whatever this mystery thing is, or it could be that there's some sort of other problem, which is why I'm so glad I get to do the video today, because the other problem is the type I have. So anyway, don't just rush out and buy bulbs. Do the whole swap around thing, because all these things are at least $100 each. Although doing this at the dealership, especially with my problem, would have been at least $900, $1,000, $2,000 something. Because my problem, what I noticed when I was plugging, and this will all make sense when I put it back together in a minute, but on the basically what I found on the internet was generally I might have short. So what does that mean? I mean, there's all kinds of different wires and things in here. I guess I was going to start trying to chase each wire down and look for any sort of breaks in it. But before I even got there, I noticed that this wire that I keep taking on and off of the igniter, it goes right in there in the igniter. Well, the green wire, I could actually see the wire, which I was afraid of, because the igniter really can shock you good. So I didn't even like that wire. And then I noticed the red one was disconnected entirely. So that's probably was always my problem. So I'm going to fix that. And luckily, I've never had a use for these things with a boat, because I've never had a wire small enough on a boat to use these little shrink fit things. So I got a place for them now. So let's see, I'll give me a little shrink fit piece about that long. And okay, let's be neat now, people. Okay, and so I got a piece of shrink fit. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fix the red one. So the shrink fit thing is gonna go on here. And this is going to hopefully don't shock me. Okay, didn't die. Okay, so maybe we should go sort of like this. I kind of want to give them a real good sort of, I guess we could sort of do like this. I wish I could kind of do them straighter, but just got little pieces. There we go. Okay, now so let's fold that down some direction. Did that shrink fit all the way on here? All the way up with that. And then let's try not to melt everything in the world. And shrink that some. Well, we're getting light of that, so I hope you find this entertaining because it's really I mean, again, although I did buy $100 lights that were unnecessary, they are going to be brighter than the ones I had before. And then I also got to teach the world at least how mine was shorted. And I guess these wires get pretty brittle, so it might be more of a common problem, or I don't know. I guess it's a possible fifth solution that has a video. So let's go with that. Okay, so that one seems shrunk down nicely, and I wonder if we should try to put something. Maybe we should just call good enough alone. I don't really like the way that green one looks, but it's not really disconnected. As long as it doesn't. Well, we gotta at least put a piece of tape on it. Let's see. And I hope there's tape. I hope there's tape. I don't see tape, but that's so. Un momento, por favor. And then there was tape. So, hopefully that wasn't too loud. So we are going to just put a piece of tape. Come on now, let's be a little bit neater with everything here. We want to make sure things stay. We don't have a thing that'll kill you. Maybe we should put that over here. Okay, so piece of tape. And I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. And then I gotta polish these babies and finally watch football. Oh God, I hope football's still on. Me and Chloe had a good day today. Oh, we haven't watched football, or I haven't watched football yet. And she went home, or back to her mother's anyway, which is where she sleeps most of the time, so whatever. Alright, so we got that one taped up, and I think we solved the problem now. So we're going to put it back in, so we've got the bulb that I think that I touched one of them. Just touched it once, but I've taken them in and out so many millions of times. Okay, so we're going to put the bulb in, and we're going to put it so that this blue thing is on the bottom, because something's bumping something somewhere. And I said that yesterday. I thought it sounded cool when I listened back. So this kind of goes in there like that, and then there's a couple of notches, so you line up the notches. Hopefully you can see that. See, those notches are lined up. See right there on top, right, that's a notch, and over here's a notch. So that lines up. Kind of stick that in there like that. Then yesterday I went into some big tirade about the fact that there were two different rotation angles with this thing, but actually I don't think that there are. I think that it just sort of goes in just kind of straight in. You got to put it in the right place though, which is like that. So I'm doing that. And well, I guess I'll just hold directly opposite of where this thing is here. So I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to try not to hit the bulb when I go in, because I don't want to knock the bulb out and knock it into the bottom. I've done that once too. I'm afraid the $100 bulbs might not last very long, because you're not supposed to touch the glass part at all, ever. Alright, so stay in there. And it's in its home, so when it's in its home, I'm figuring it's alright. And then, okay, so we're going to go in. We're not going to try to... There we go. And then that's going to kind of go right in. There we go, right there. And that's going to kind of go down there. And then we just sort of go down with it and let the bulb settle in. Okay, so now we're holding the bulb in. So now the bulb can't move because we're putting pressure this way. So then we're just going to turn this thing a little bit, whoop, like that. And then we're going to put in the thing that will kill you, called the igniter. So we put that in there, and then we turn that, and that just goes a little bit this way. That just goes that way, clickety-moo, and then And this goes in here, and this light is going to work, Mom and Pop. And this is going to go, and that's going to go in there. I bruised my hand yesterday. I don't know if I'm doing that or not, but anyway. And then I've been opening these things by pushing them here. So Chloe comes in today. She just goes like this and opens it. And I'm like, well, that's a better way to do it. It's much easier on your fingers to open it this way than it is to like push and do, because all those plugs are like that. And the tips of my fingers are all a little bruised from it. So we're going to put this back in the car, and I can almost guarantee that is the problem. So, well, I'm not going to put it all the way back in the car yet, and I will make a video for putting it back in the car. And I might even make it, well, I guess if one of the bulbs blow, then I'll make another video of the whole thing. Now I'll be much better at it than I was this time. So, for now, I'm going to polish the bulb, and I'm going to test it, and then, until we meet again, it's been a pleasure, and I hope you're enjoying the video, and I thank you very much for your time, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you!